Hey, everybody. We're at it again, much to Rashad Richey's chagrin. And I know he watches the show, or at least he has somebody watch this show. But I'm Johnny Walker Dread, and I'm joined. Well, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm fake PhD Investigator. You can find me on Twitter and Substack.
And we're here to talk about Rashad Richey. We've been talking about him for a long time. A man of many phony degrees. Let's just say it. At any rate, we're having a lot of fun with him because not only does he have some kind of mysterious academic credentials, the guy is just hilarious in his attempts to try to be important. So before we begin, though, I do want to give an update on the Crystal Kaiser deal. I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but she has pled guilty to second degree murder instead of first degree. I just published a video explaining, why she took that plea deal, and I'm going to probably have one more um, video coming out, basically just discussing what I think of her, and it's not going to be good. So stay tuned for more videos from Johnny Walker Dread. I am the host of this show, and I do have my channel, the Johnny Walker Dread Show. And if you're interested in the Kyle Rittenhouse deal, Rashad Richey, Daryl Brooks, police brutality, sovereign citizens, I've got a ton of videos on them. I think I have about 900 videos now. Did you want to talk anything about yourself more than that, fake PhD investigator? Or are you content?
Yeah, well, I think we're just here to talk about Rashad Richey. Of course, I am interested in Rashad Richey because he has fake PhDs. He has a legitimate one too, for whatever reason. But he
Not a
still claims
PhD.
to. He that's right, an EDD. He has a
ED.
doctorate. Um, but he does have all these fake degrees, and he keeps claiming them despite having a doctorate from an actual accredited university.
Mhm.
So a little bit of a interesting situation, and of course, PhDs aren't his only fake degrees. He's got many more. He's just it's just a bountiful harvest of fake degrees on his resume.
Now, we're going to start off by talking about Rashad's Tots. Do you want to introduce to the audience what that's about?
So this might be a little bit, easier to digest than the intricacies of his various fake degrees and why they're not legitimate. This is a story where, of course, a fraudster will always continue to be a fraudster in many different areas of life, and so it is with this thing. So what was it? 2 months ago, March, at some point in
Yeah.
March. Somebody was convicted. This is in Baltimore, Maryland. There was a guy that was convicted, and that made the news. He was convicted for stealing $29,000 from a school association, a parent-teacher-students association of a middle school in a sort of an impoverished area. And that guy stole $29,000 to gamble it away on sports betting. He was caught. He was convicted. The money's gone though. So the school's out of the money, or the Parent Teacher Student Association. They don't have the money, and they're suffering from it. They had to cut services. And Rashad Richey picked up on this story. What a shame, he said. Um, he had a whole episode about this, and he said, that's shame on these people for not forgiving the debt that the school owes, but then it won't be shame on me. I will make up for it. I'll make good on it, and I'll pay the $29,000 debt, and uh, and that's what he promised to his 1 million subscribers on YouTube on his indisputable webcast from the Young Turks channel. And yeah, we followed up. Guess what? We followed up, and turns out Rashad Richey never contacted the Parent Teacher Student Association of this middle school. They're out money. They initially were very happy. They said, what did they say? They were, you're a hero. Rashad is a hero at our school now. We just, hope money's going to come through. This would really help out. And it hasn't. It turned out that Rashad Richey nor his team has ever contacted the Parent Teacher Student Association. Never did. Never intended to pay the money. And they finally contacted him and said, "Hey, where's our money?" There's a couple of comments under this YouTube video of his, right?
Right.
Um,
That was a
and
parent, I believe, wasn't it?
It was apparent, yeah, because they were like, we're gonna get this money that nobody has anything. And just to recap, right? Rashad Richey owns, I believe he owns two houses. He lives in a 6 or 7 bedroom house, drives two Mercedeses, multiple ones, right? I think there's like 5 cars registered to his house. Um, he's got his highly successful show. He's the president of an online magazine. He's raking in the cash. That's for sure. Um, Worth millions. That's undoubtedly. And then he promised these people that, hey, I'm such a good guy, I'm going to pay this money, and never did. And they contacted him. And what were those emails?
Let me go ahead and
Have
read
you.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll have
I'll
you
go ahead
pick
and
up.
read it.
So just explain what happened and who's contacting who here.
Okay, so my contact at the PTSA said, "Good evening." She sent this to me. The attached email was sent to Dr. Ritchie earlier this evening. This is on the 7th of May, 3 days ago. Okay, keep in mind, we have been trying to get him to pony up the money for a month, and he has never contacted them. And this is irresponsible. So, what is it? You have to call him and beg for the money, like he's going to hold the money out. Okay, jump higher. You want the money? You want the 29,000? Jump, jump. I mean,
Well, he's just never going to pay it. I
oh,
mean,
he's never
he's
going to
already
pay it.
he's already shown to make fraudulent claims so many times. He's no, he's not intending. He's got the money. There's no doubt about it. He just bought um a new company, right? He bought a company,
Mhm.
OcuPrep. So he bought a whole company. He's definitely got the money, and he's not paying. He's just promising it to look good on his show, and then dropping these people, and they're just left there for months, hoping that he'll eventually pay. But it's the end of the school year. He's not paying.
Yeah, I mean, and they really need the money pretty much like today because they were going to be saving the money for the graduation ceremony thing. And well, guess what? The school year is ending. So,
They don't have it, and Rashad Richey hasn't
but
hasn't
here's
stepped up. Yeah, hey, go
so
ahead.
here's the email. My name is blank. I'm not going to say it, and I am the current, and I'm not going to tell you what her particular role is. Um, but she is with the PTSA, the
Yeah,
people that he promised to give money to. It was recently brought to my attention that you posted a video on your YouTube channel, Indisputable, within which you discussed the unfortunate theft of our PTSA funds by the previous treasurer. The past year has been an extremely dark and discouraging time for our school community. Well, it's going to get more discouraging. So I'm sure you can imagine my elation when you proudly proclaim to your 1.05 million subscribers, it will not be a shame on me. And I've got to say this right. It will not be a shame on me. You got to do it the Rashad way. I will pay the balance personally. Oh, really? Okay. What an unbelievably selfless proclamation of support. She's now this is what she's writing.
yeah.
Okay. Um, and keep in mind, she's trying to work because she doesn't want to offend him. Um, I concluded your video with a newfound hope that maybe, just maybe, the students of Stemmer's Run truly found an advocate with the means to make a significant difference.
He does have
Oh,
the means. There's no doubt he does have the means.
Yeah, he has the means. Unfortunately, almost 2 months have elapsed since the video was originally posted on March 18th, and you have yet to contact our organization. Please do not hesitate to let me know if I can be of any assistance in coordinating contact. I'm happy to help in any way possible. Okay, so far, so good. On behalf of the entire Stemmers, okay, let me try that again. On behalf of the entire Stemmers Run community, I sincerely hope your vow to assist us was genuine and not a ploy to use our underprivileged students to gain views and followers. Looking forward to speaking with you.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and what's happened after this is nothing. There's not like he was Rashad was shamed into making a payment from his personal account like he promised. They still owe the money.
Mhm.
I guess they've been in touch with the Rashad's assistant, who's trying to hold them off, and right until the school year's ended, and hopefully they forget about it over the summer. And
Yeah. In fact,
that's what's going on.
the email says, "Hi, Johnny. We are in contact with Rashad's assistants. They are on my list to call today or tomorrow." Okay. Um, since she is in contact with his assistants, Rashad has been informed. He
So he's
knows.
yeah, well he knows because he made the promise. But the
Well,
thing
no,
is,
but I mean, he knows that the school now has contacted him asking for the
yeah.
money. He can't come in and say, "Well, nobody ever called me."
Well,
Right?
that's not how it works. That's not how any of this
Yeah,
works.
absolutely. Of course, it's
He
not
made
how
the
it works.
promise. The way this would normally work, if you're going to make that donation, it wouldn't be a surprise to the school. They would be contacted ahead of time. An arrangement would be made. They would have been already paid before he even aired his show, and then he would make that promise, and then nobody's would be surprised or would have to contact him. And just the fact that that Rashad Sis is now trying to make the PTSA call him, hey, yeah, just give me a call later, I'll see, that's not how that works. If you make that promise, it's on you,
Yeah.
and so yeah, they're just being played right now. He's never going to pay that. If he hasn't paid it now, there's just no way.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
never going to pay it. The only way he will pay it is if he gets pressure from others
but he's
to do
not,
it.
he's just gonna. It's just, hopefully he's gonna blow over. He's, the way he got rich is like a lot of rich people. Unfortunately, he's just greedy. He takes advantage of other people, and he's just greedy, and he sees people he can take advantage of, people that are weaker than him, people in a bad position, and he exploits those people and makes money off of the back of people that can't really fight him because they don't stand a chance. And I guess we could pivot from here into the next story, is because he's done that before. Do you want to continue with the Stemmers run, or?
Well, let me just say one thing is that
Yeah,
this is the same guy who started a Christian university and
that's right.
who has these degrees in theology and proclaims himself to be this evangelist, right? But no, no, he's just, well, you can, the viewer can judge for themselves,
Yeah, his
right?
actions speak for themselves. He's taking advantage of people that just that are weak. And so I want to actually move on to the next thing where he's taking advantage of somebody. And unless you've got
Well,
something else on
which story is it?
the fairness firm.
Oh, okay. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
So Rashad Richey is a managing partner in a law firm, right?
Hmm.
Congratulations. He's got his JD. He's his Juris Doctor, um, and he's a managing partner in a law firm. Well, not really like that. Not quite like that. So this law firm, the Law Office of Richey and Wilson LLP, is actually it's called the Fairness Firm. Well, what they're actually called, let me look this up here. I'm in the Georgia
Yeah, it's a
Corporation.
longer
Yeah.
name.
It's the
Oh, by the
International
way,
Logbook.
we
Yeah,
need to be careful. He does not have a JD.
that's right. Yeah. Well, he claims to have
He
a
claims
JD.
one from a
He
university
absolutely
in Haiti that
yeah.
has no business giving out JDs.
From a university in a country that's currently and was at the time embroiled in a civil war.
Yeah,
So let's just,
he doesn't
let's
have a
just,
legitimate JD.
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, he does. Nobody's thinking that because that's not how that works. Um, but yeah, so let's back up on the fairness firm. How did the fairness firm come about? Why is he a managing partner in a law firm? That's amazing, right? He was hired into a law firm. Is that all his expertise and his Haitian law degree? He doesn't speak French. Um, so back in November, Rashad Richey started a law firm and with Erica Wilson. Now, Erica Wilson is a real attorney. She has a JD and she passed the Georgia State Bar exam. She hasn't been very successful. So she tried, she wasn't able to get a job at a corporate law firm. She's never worked, a job at a corporate law firm after graduation. She just doesn't have, didn't make the cut for some reason, right? I mean, it's competitive out there, and if you're not good, then you don't get a job. So she did the next best thing and opened her own law firm. But that one did not, it's not actually successful. So she didn't make any money. She's in a tough spot, right? She's a lawyer, not getting any business. She's trying all sorts of things going on, local news stations, talking about different, aspects of the law. It's not working out for her. She's in a tough spot. She's in a weak position. Okay, and Rashad Richey swoops in and takes advantage of her. Promises her to get her all sorts of business because he's such a big shot, and so she agrees to open a law firm with him, or open a law firm and make him the CFO. And this is in Georgia. Um,
Let me
address
interrupt
is
for just a moment. I just want to
yeah.
let everybody know I'm not privy to this kind of stuff. This is from your research.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
guess we've discussed it, but yeah, you're not. I
Mhm.
I, I kind of keep tabs on this
Yeah.
um, occasionally.
So I'm a
So
listener.
yeah. So the law firm's address is at 3583 Habersham at North Lake, Building M, Suite B, in Tucker, Georgia. So that's the address of the law firm. It's just registered and it's an active domestic professional corporation currently as of today in Georgia. So she opened this. Rashad promised her all sorts of business because he's a big shot. He's going to, take her on his show and have her on the radio. And this is great. Well, it's not really been working out, right? So Erica Wilson's not that great of a lawyer. She made a legal threat as a YouTube comment under
On mine.
Johnny Walker Dread's video. So that kind of tells you about what kind of lawyer she is, I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, to
Um,
have somebody on your comment section, a lawyer, threaten a lawsuit, and keep
yeah,
in mind, it wasn't even a threat. She said that we're suing him.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that is
One more
as
thing, or
unprofessional as you're going to get. Good God.
yeah. And that's so it's not really been happening, right? Rashad is not pulling in business for her. But what's she gonna do? She opened this law firm with him, and they're trying to get. So this law firm, is called International Law Group of Human and Civil Rights Attorneys. Wow, I mean that's big,
Mhm.
They're a civil rights law firm. So that's amazing. They're gonna sue the police for wrongful whatever, right? That's what Rashad's thinking, because that's what Rashad's theme is on Indisputable. Oh, look at these wrong people, these racists and all this stuff. So that's kind of Rashad's thing. He was gonna have it be a civil rights firm, and people are gonna pay them hundreds of thousands to file a civil lawsuit against the police or the state or some business or the other. Um, Turns out it's not working out. They're not even getting that business. So just recently, I think a week or two ago, and I told you about this. They decided, you know what, this civil rights thing isn't working out. We're actually professionals. We're quite versed in uh, automobile accident law.
I saw that.
So so now they're focusing on automobile accident. You got an accident, they're advertising actively in Georgia. Um, and I'll tell you later why that's a problem. In Georgia, that they can, if you've been injured in an accident, call us, right? So they've kind of stooped down to that level because it's not working out. They're not making money. um, so that's what's going on with the law firm. But just being in the law firm did not. If you want to scroll down there, Johnny
Sure.
Walker Dread. So
We got police brutality,
yeah,
discrimination, they're doing personal injury and
yeah.
sexual assault.
Well, right now it's just about anything, really,
Yeah, I
and
think so.
yeah, they'll take anything because they don't have any business.
Oh wait,
Um,
we do have more wrongful death, premise liability. Okay, so yeah, they're going after everything. And I've always said, unless you have a massive firm, you're going to have to focus on your specialties. They don't have enough lawyers to cover this, and so they are just seeking out anything they can.
yeah, I don't know what they. I don't think Erica Wilson has ever argued a case in court. Let's just say that. I don't
I
think
wonder if there's a
she's
way to
done.
find out.
Certainly, yeah. I think I tried to find that out. You need an account of some
Mm.
sort, um, to sort it out. But anyway, they're not doing well. And Rashad Richey it's not enough that, he's the face of this law firm. So because it's never enough for Rashad Richey, he's always has to, one up himself with something. And so what has he done? He wants to be, just instead of just being, an employee of the law firm, the director of global legal operations, which was his title before. He wanted to be promoted to managing partner of the law firm. There he is. He's the face of the firm, and that's not good enough. So he needed to get a promotion, right?
By the
Um,
way, it does say preparing for the bar. Let me
yeah.
tell everybody that, and I'm going to tell you, Rashad, you will never pass the bar. They will never let you take the bar. Your JD is from a third world, extremely impoverished country that has no international program anyway, and is instructions in French. And its entire legal system is modeled on the French model. You really think that in a million billion years that any bar in this country is going to let you take their exam?
Oh,
And
you
then,
want to? Yeah.
but then even if they let you take it, you have zero chance of passing it. You will never be a lawyer, Rashad. Never.
So the thing is, I mean, there is a chance because if he ever gets an actual JD, which he doesn't have the patience for, then Washington State got rid of their bar exam because not enough minority members were passing the bar exam, so they got rid of the bar exam. So yeah, there's a chance, if he moves to Washington State for a little bit and actually gets a JD, that
He has to
you
have a
know,
sponsoring firm.
yeah.
Who would do that? I mean, and why would you do that? I mean, it makes no sense at all. By the way, you have a comment here from
Oh
Chris
yeah.
Harding. Erica Wilson is doing public defender cases because she can't get her own clients. And I'm
Oh,
telling you, man, if you've committed a crime and you have her as your public defender,
you're pleading guilty. Yeah.
you're pretty guilty,
Yeah.
man. Just okay, get on your knees, go up to the judge and say, "Please don't give me the
Oh,
death
so
penalty."
I mean, I don't know how Chris Harding's found this out, but this is great. So she has been in a courtroom. Then that means, right? I was wrong about that. Uh, if this is correct information.
But I don't think
But
that
yeah,
her background is in criminal defense.
no, but maybe they'll take anyone, right? We've all watched Better Call Saul.
I mean, good God.
Right? They'll
Okay,
take
I'm
anyone.
assuming this is true, and Chris has
Yeah.
been pretty much on the spot on everything.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So
hey,
maybe he's
thanks,
got
Chris.
access. Oh, I see. He's found the That's great. That's how
Oh
this
wait,
works. Yeah.
oh we gotta have them. We've got to
Yeah.
have them. Where do we get these reviews?
I don't know. Anyway, he looked
I'm
around.
sitting in my jail cell, and I won't be seeing the light of day until my clothes go out of style. And I'm going to tell you, don't ever have her defending you in
But,
criminal
I
court.
mean, getting back to my original point is Erica Wilson is a victim of Rashad Richey, whether she realizes it or not, right? He's taking advantage of her. He needed to get this promotion to managing partner. And so what he did, um, he uh, he made Erica Wilson register as a lawyer in Washington, D.C. So Washington, D.C. is the only place in the United States that allows non-lawyers to become managing partners in a law firm. So what did the fairness firm do? Oh well, they moved to Washington D.C. And so she they registered a new law firm, of Ritchie and Wilson LLC, and moved to D.C. Hey, kept the same website. They're still registered in Georgia, and their office location in D.C. Well, it's a quarter mile from the White House. How prestigious is that? Of course, it turns out that's just it's a virtual office that is used by dozens of other firms with absolutely no connection to Washington, D.C.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what to think
That's
about
what
that.
it is, I mean, so they nominally registered in D.C. just so Rashad Richey could get himself a promotion and call himself managing partner in a law firm. I mean, how desperate do you have to be? They do no business in D.C. at all. Actually they advertise in Georgia, and they're registered in Georgia, and they're practicing in Georgia. So it's a question whether this is legal at all, right? I mean, it might be technically legal, but I wonder what the Georgia bar, a state bar, will say about this sort of runaround.
By the way, it says here, no case is too big or too small. Liars. With our team of legal experts and consultants, we are ready to help your human and civil rights issues. For example, if you get hurt in a car wreck.
Yeah, I think they were doing some other law too. I should look it up. Here, you talk for a bit. I'll look up what other law they were doing.
Oh gosh. Anything here you want me to click on?
Oh, maybe they're. Oh, you know what? Now I think now's the time to drop the fact that their web developer. So the fairness firm has the website, right?
Okay.
Uh, their web developer gave himself a job. It's not clickable. There's no link clickable, but he gave himself a job. So if you Google his name, he'll come up as being full time as a full time employee at the fairness firm.
Do you want to
They
post a
don't know
link in
that.
the chat?
Yeah, I'll give you a link.
Because this is funny. This is so funny.
So all you have to do is search site colon fairnessfirm.com, and then it'll come up with, oh wait, oh, I misspelled that.
By the way,
It'll
while you're
come up
doing
with
that, I need to mention here. Graham says, for a second, I thought that was Ravana on the left. Ravana is the co-host of Indisputable, and she's a total nimrod. She, I guess, has a law degree, but it just goes to show you that they'll give out law degrees to just about anybody. Well, except Rashad Richey. Even he can't get to that bar, right? I mean, if Ravana can get a law degree, Rashad, why can't you? Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
Ravana is apparently a lawyer. I looked at Ravana, and I just couldn't find anything. I couldn't find her being registered
I couldn't find
as
anything
a
on her
as a
either.
lawyer. Like
Yeah.
she's I don't think she's a lawyer, in at least not in Illinois. Maybe she took in the state bar at some point. I can't find the link right now, but we definitely have uh, Devon. I think that's the web developer's name. He's got an active website on. Anyway,
Okay.
he's got a website on the Fairness Firm. He even had posted his albums, right?
Mhm.
His music albums
His
had a
music
site
album.
at on fairnessfirm.com, and he recently redesigned it a little bit. But he used to have quite the presence. He used to, be essentially half of the websites of fairnessfirm.com. Um, yeah. Anyway, just wanted to mention that as a side on how thoroughly unprofessional they are.
Okay, let's see here. We have that is a link to a great Google review of Erica Wilson. Oh, okay. So he's posted it, but I'm not sure where.
Yeah, he
Let's see
might
here.
give it to us. Well, we'll
Okay.
see. I'm sure there's unsatisfied clients there because she just doesn't have the experience, and as an inexperienced lawyer, like inexperienced anything, you'll end up making mistakes.
Yeah, Kimberly Motley's motto now is "Thank God for Erica Wilson," because now Kimberly Motley is not. Well, actually, I should be more fair to Erica Wilson. I really don't know how good she is or not. Kimberly Motley's an idiot. She's the one that's representing Gage Grosskreutz in these upcoming suits, and I have
Yeah.
videos on her. But anything
I
else that
think.
we want to go ahead?
Well, I think I know what happened to Chris Harding's comment here. This is a link to the Google review. I think he posted the link, and due to some sort of algorithm on YouTube,
Yeah.
they just removed the link.
Well, I tell you what. When
Yeah.
I start talking about one of these, do you want to see if you can find it doing your own search on the side?
Y- Yeah.
Because I'll be busy talking about the some of these other things that we want to cover tonight.
Okay.
Well, maybe you can do it during Rashad's soothing meditation program.
Oh yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
Go ahead with that.
Okay. Okay, guys. A little warning. All right. Um, I don't know how this is going to affect your, let's say, mental balance, but Rashad decided that he needed to come out with a motivational audio recording, and it's a riot. So we're going to play that now and get on with it. It's oh, by the way, Chris Harding says, look at the Erica Wilson Google review.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what we're gonna see. Yeah.
All right. So let me get this fired up here. Oh, are you guys ready for this? I'm not going to play all of it because you're going to be leaving in droves if I do. But the first third or so is hilarious. Okay, here we go. Oh, let me know, by the way, if you're not hearing it. Okay, so it should be starting right now.
Think in your soul. Your peace determines your progress.
Can you hear that?
I can hear it.
Okay. I don't think I can make it louder. Okay, so your peace determines your progress. We've got that so far.
Your progress determines your power. Let me connect the dots. When you are at peace, you are in focus. When you are out of peace, you are out of focus. You see, focus and faith are the same thing. What you focus on is what you have faith in. When you have peace, your focus or your faith is aligned. When you do not have peace, your focus or your faith is not aligned. It is scattered. It is chaotic. It creates anxiety. Your peace determines your progress. Without proper faith or proper focus, you cannot get from A to B without significant barrier. I'm trying to clear the path for you.
Okay, how are we doing so far out there? Are you ready for the pop quiz? Oh, this is just so bad. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I'm going to go ahead and continue on here.
Your peace determines your progress.
Did you all get that? Your peace determines your progress.
Your progress determines your power.
And no, I did not back up to the start of the thing and start over again. It's actually playing.
He's just that much full of wisdom. I think this is enough.
I think so. Let me play about
Yeah.
just a few more seconds.
Yeah.
Let's see if it goes anywhere.
If you believe that you are responsible for progressing, if you believe that you are responsible for your progress, that also means that you must be responsible for your peace. You cannot allow someone else to be responsible for your peace. You are responsible for your peace, just like you are responsible for your progress. Your peace determines your progress. Your progress determines your power.
All right, enough of that.
Oh God.
Well, you know what? I think with this, we should nominate Rashad Richey for the Nobel Prize.
I think the ignoble.
Yeah, well,
The ignoble.
this is another update, I guess. Rashad Richey has come to the conclusion that he himself does deserve the Nobel Prize. Remember?
Oh, I remember something about that. I
Oh
mean,
yes. So the I guess the update is that Rashad Richey. There's another update, really. It's kind of a serious one. He has been reported to the Georgia Medical Board for practicing license, practicing law, practicing medicine without license, right? Practicing without a license.
really?
Yes. So
Oh, because of the Alzheimer's thing.
the Alzheimer's thing, right? He had this Alzheimer's study that he was the principal investigator of. Um, and yeah, so he was the principal investigator for this Alzheimer's study. He did a clinical trial on somebody, and it just seems like that should be a thing for a doctor. So I'm not surprised he got reported. Um, hopefully, I mean, it was all a made up study and nobody actually got harmed, but I guess they're investigating him. I have no idea what's going on there. Those things aren't public. I can't find out, but apparently he's been reported. Um, and
Good.
where was I going to go with this? I was going to go with this somewhere. Um, so anyway, I forgot where I was going to go with this, but this was one of the updates. Yeah. Oh yeah, Rashad, the Nobel Prize. So his Alzheimer's study, right? He invented a device that cures Alzheimer's, and he's going to sell it to you for just a low price of who knows what. Uh, so that's his aim. Make extra money with a bogus medical device that doesn't cure Alzheimer's, of course. Um, and this device, yeah. So he's patented this device, or he's trying to patent it. Who knows if they're ever going to issue him a patent on that nonsense? But one
Well,
of
you
the
know why?
yeah,
Issuing a patent, that's expensive.
that is,
I
yeah.
applied for a patent once and I actually got it to like the second level, but then they said cough up a lot of money. I was like, no, it's not that
Yeah.
important to me.
I think it's like $8,000 just to apply. You know what? Who could use $8,000? The Stemmers Run Middle School.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, the
Um,
patent office nor Stemmer's Run is ever going to see that money.
so, but one of the people that designed his bogus device is an army major, a retired army major who also plays music, and therefore he knows all about um,
Oh, jeez.
vibrations. He knows about this vibrations, healing vibrations of whatever level he's got there that work in his device. Now this guy, what's his name? I forget.
I'm looking it up now.
He's posted two LinkedIn articles about Rashad Richey.
Yeah, Jonathan Horner.
Jonathan Horner, yeah, he's on LinkedIn. He's posted two articles on Rashad Richey. So he just writes articles for a living, I guess. Yep, this is the one of them. And of course, this is largely, dictated by Rashad Richey. And it says in one of these articles, it says, "Hey, man, this is Nobel Prize worthy stuff," right? He's finally come to the conclusion he should be getting a Nobel Prize. This is his audio engineer, right? This guy just happens to be playing instruments, and
Okay, look,
he's
he's an audio technician. An audio
yeah,
engineer like solves differential equations.
yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah,
Okay, I
and
giving
I
him too
actually
much
went back
credit.
and forth with this guy on about Rashad, and at one point I challenged him um, to I can't remember the question. It was, and he never responded back. I gave him 3 days, and then I
Yeah,
just called him chicken, and off I went.
what's his name
So
again? I forget already.
Jonathan Horner.
Jonathan Horner, yeah. But you know what? Jonathan Horner, he doesn't know. He's another one of Rashad Richey's victims. Because I guarantee you, he's been promised royalties for this device that Rashad says he'll sell millions of because he's cured Alzheimer's with it. So, and he's audio engineer. Yeah. So right? Jonathan Horner's Rashad Richey promises Jonathan Horner, I'm gonna make you big here. This is gonna make us a lot of money. I'm gonna have this device and patent it. You'll get your 2% out of this. This is this is really gonna take off. This retirement money. Um, this is probably what Rashad Richey's promised Jonathan Horner. So now Jonathan Horner is putting out pro Richey articles that make no sense whatsoever. Um, but he's in return for his work on this device. So I guarantee you, Rashad Richey's paid this person zero money, or he's paid him in promises that are never going to pan out. Jonathan,
Let's read this. Think of it this way: our brains are like orchestras, right? No, each little neuron is a musician, and they all got to play in sync. Alzheimer's is like some drunk conductor stumbling in, waving the baton all wrong, and turning the whole symphony into screeching chaos. No. Dr. Ritchie's invention, the in bed, is basically like a cosmic music teacher sent by the heavens. Yeah, I'm going to buy a device based on this.
yeah,
It uses some sort of futuristic brainwave tuning technology to get those neurons back into harmony. Oh, good grief.
yeah. So this is not, this guy doesn't. He doesn't know how to bullshit properly, right?
Mhm. Well, I mean,
No.
here's the craziest part. No, it's actually not the craziest part. They say this thing actually worked on a real life patient with Alzheimer's. Who said it? Rashad. We're talking about a peer reviewed case study. No, no, the International Journal of Science and Research is not a peer reviewed journal. Just because they say they are on the footer of every one of their articles doesn't mean that they're peer reviewed. It's a predatory journal. They will
Yeah.
publish anything for a fee.
It's and
Um,
the article Rashad published there cost him $166.
I
Just
swear you
to
can
be clear.
practically see the headlines: Local physicist outsmarts brain disease. Well, I don't know about outsmarting a disease, but okay. Nobel Prize in the mail. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but let's
And
not get ahead of ourselves just yet. Okay.
yeah. Well, so I'm pretty sure Rashad has looked into the process of getting nominated for a Nobel Prize, and I've looked into it too because I know Rashad's looked into it. He has to be nominated by he can be nominated by a professor, a university professor. Has to be a real university professor. But guess what's a real university? Morris Brown College, right?
Okay. Um, I know that Rashad has delusions of grandeur, but surely he doesn't think that he's going to be able to get a Nobel Prize.
No, but he's gonna want to claim that he's been nominated for it.
Oh,
Absolutely. You bet. That's very much happening. Yeah.
but here's the thing though. If he's officially nominated for a Nobel Prize by somebody, the scientific world is going to find out about that. This is not low stakes awareness.
Well,
And
I'm sure there's hundreds of people nominated every year that wouldn't even remotely make the cut, they've been nominated by, who knows what university in what country with, marginal qualifications.
Do
I'm
you
sure
think
that
that
happens
he's
all the
going to
time.
go that far?
Rashad would go that far? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. He would. Yeah. He just thinks that much of himself, right?
Okay, so Chris says I spent $30K to obtain one patent. Yeah, I believe
There
it
you
because
go.
I think they
Yeah.
wanted like 12,000 back in the day, and that was a long time ago. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And anyway, I don't think there's anything else to to this, but yeah. Okay. Continue on. Anything else you want to talk about
No,
before I
just
move on?
yeah, just that, I guess, just another, but this person, just another victim of Rashad who's, eager to take advantage of anyone who's a willing victim or in a tough spot in a tough situation. Oh, the other thing is Rashad Richey, of course, along the same lines. Rashad Richey gets free interns from Clark Atlanta University. Clark Atlanta University has a program where they supply journalism students to the Young Turks channel, Rashad's show in the Young Turks channel. And the internships are unfortunately unpaid, but there's a promise of maybe you can get a job after.
Is that where Rashad gets his dimwit sidekicks?
That's probably where he does. That's probably one of his assistants, right?
Jeez. Boy, you
He
really
pay,
are scraping the bottom of the barrel then.
yeah, he pays them in empty promises.
Yeah, and you always kind of wonder because these people that are working with him, these interns, don't even seem all that bright. I mean, so okay. Um,
They might be smarter than him, frankly, if they actually are getting a
oh
journalism
yeah,
degree.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to talk about this one? We
Oh,
have
degree info. Yeah.
degree info.
So,
So I think the main point we want to show you is we're not the only ones talking about Rashad.
well, we've been in
And
touch with half a dozen people
yeah,
besides us to start with, and this might be one of those folks. Master
so
Chief on degree info. So degree info is a website where a lot of smart people discuss the uh, various academic issues, universities, and they also discuss, for example, credential evaluations and the legitimacy of certain universities or the lack thereof of their legitimacy. Those are some of the topics they discuss. And Rashad Richey's made it on degree info. Look at that.
and it's not nice. So you have a number of people here basically blistering him about his fake credentials. And see here, I don't know if there's any here that are particularly. They mentioned me too,
Yeah.
not because I have fake credentials, but only because
Yeah.
I am talking about Rashad a lot.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, they
I
talk
like
about
this one.
Azteca, how it's not a real, how these aren't real degrees.
I
I mean,
like this one.
you can't fool these people. They know what's up.
Yeah, they know the ins and outs of these diploma mills like the back of their hand.
Yeah.
I mean, I bow to their wisdom on this, but
Yeah, frankly, these
um,
people probably know more than I do on a bunch of niche issues regarding different degrees and universities. Absolutely.
so Johan says if universities awarded degrees in lying, this guy could have qualified as a professor anywhere. I read the whole sickening account, all the bad schools and bogus credential places. I'm unwell and I have to lie down. Oh my God.
uh, yeah.
And let's see if there's any others in here. Oh, they start hammering on the California University FCE thing that Rashad loves so much because it gives them all these diplomas.
Yeah, and how fake it is. Yeah, they've discussed that topic in to exhaustion, I guess, on that website,
Mhm.
and they've determined that it's essentially a fraud, but it skirts the law just enough to be legal.
And then there's a discussion here about Rashad Richey's homophobic views and his longstanding association with far right figures. So somebody came across your stack.
Absolutely. That's the Substack article on the fake PhD Investigator Substack.
Oh, well, that explains why I could not find that law school he graduated from. Isn't that a bummer when you claim a Juris Doctorate from a place that people have a hard time finding?
Yeah.
You know, that's just not good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, and they brought up St. Magnus.
Oh yeah,
Talk
St.
about
Magnus
St.
is
Magnus.
fake. Yeah, I don't really want to talk about it. There's not too much new information.
Well, just give
What
a brief rundown what it is.
Okay, yeah. St. Magnus University of Science and Research is a fully accredited research university, he claims. So it's founded by Rashad Richey, wholly owned by Rashad Richey. And it doesn't seem like it's active. He's got a bunch of his friends on as professors and as university president. And so it's a Catholic university. Now, Rashad's not Catholic, but hey, it doesn't stop him from opening a Catholic university. It's essentially a bogus university that is meant to fool foreign students that are trying to get a U.S. degree.
Yeah. So it claims one of those Nicaraguan dual degree options. So if you get a degree from here, you get another degree from another university. Gee, isn't that very convenient? Okay, so I'll just skip through here. Oh, there we go. I was watching one of the later videos. Johnny Walker Dread posted going through his LinkedIn. Okay. He says he gets things wrong with regard to Azteca. I agree. I made a mistake on that one about the whole proprio degree thing. And I did get Azteca University and its international program confused. I have since straightened it out. Okay, so we got another comment from Chris Harding. California University FCE has a database where you can look up degrees they have evaluated for people. Oh no. Rashad doesn't come up in the database, but a ton of people with fake degrees do come up. He couldn't even make the fake degree database.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
but hey, we have another comment here.
Where's it at? Which one?
Yeah, the one before that. About some type of book.
Oh yeah, the Loon wrote a book too. Yeah, I've been wanting to get a
Oh,
copy. Well, I don't want to give him any money,
yeah.
but
Oh,
I
that
did
book.
read like
I
one
know.
chapter, and it was
What's that book?
just
That's the
way.
Egyptian book, right? I think we discussed that
Yeah,
at some point. Yeah. Didn't you read out of that or the free?
yeah, he has one chapter available, and I read it on one
Yeah.
of my shows, and
Yeah.
oh, good
We
God,
never really got back to that. That would be very interesting. Like, what's in that book, right?
yeah.
Yeah. We should look into that.
I have no idea what that means. I started Conta Quest TI. I don't know what that means.
Well, where's the question mark in relation to another letter? I don't know.
Okay, so they have a link to one of my videos in here.
Wait. Chris Harding has a copy of his book. This is great.
Okay.
Oh, the Pirate Bay. You know, I never checked the Pirate Bay enough. Yeah.
Oh, was there like a place
Yeah.
to get it?
No, yeah, I usually go to Z Library or Anna's Archive, but I haven't checked the Pirate Bay in a while. Yeah. Good tip.
So,
Thank you, Graham.
so Chris, do you have a copy of the book now, or are you just going to try to find one?
He'll mail you a copy. Okay, well, that's good enough.
Yeah,
Guess get in
absolutely.
touch with him. Yeah.
I would appreciate it. Although, after reading whatever comes at my way, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, don't get a heart
If
attack.
I'm incoherent, you'll know what happened.
Okay, well,
Okay, so anyway, I won't go any further on this, but I do
yeah,
recommend everybody to go onto this this stream here, this thread on Degree Info, because they do cover Rashad Richey, and it's not good. They are not fans. We'll say that. Okay,
yeah.
let's see here. What else do we have here? Oh yeah.
So wait, see the next comment? Oh man, oh my God, this guy, Rashad's book is a gag gift. That's what it's good for.
Well, I mean,
That's
what
hilarious.
kind of buddy are you?
Yeah. Oh, this is great. Yeah.
Oh
Okay, so
God.
it looks like we're gonna get a copy of the book, which is great.
Okay, well that's great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I can't
Okay.
wait, frankly. I mean, I mean, that's his. Isn't that a dissertation of his? That's one of his
Yeah, it was his
dissertations, right?
dissertation at
Yeah.
Business University of Costa Rica. No, no, it was
It wasn't an Azteca one. Oh, I have no idea now. I
no,
can't keep
no, no,
track
it
of
wasn't
this.
Azteca. It was the one that he got um, at the Nicaragua thing.
This is from Nicaragua. Okay, yeah. So he's got
Yeah,
Nicaragua, Haiti, and Costa Rica. Yeah,
yeah,
that's where you want to go if you need a degree.
yeah. You don't want to go to like New Mexico State or University of North Carolina. No, the
Yeah,
real action is in Costa Rica.
yeah. Nicaragua too, eh? I mean, that place is not. You know,
Well,
you could
and the
you
thing
could
is,
pay you could pay anybody to do anything, frankly. There, right?
yeah.
You- It's just people are poor. That's their problem, and so
And the thing is that if I'm looking at a resume and I see somebody with a Nicaraguan university, okay, but I want him to be from Nicaragua. If he's from Georgia, I'm going to be wondering, wait, what's going on here, right? Why couldn't you get a regular degree? Hey, I'm sorry, I am not going to tolerate this. Well, they don't have enough flexibility at the universities
yeah,
here. Like,
yeah.
yeah, flexibility. In other words, they won't let you just get away with anything you want.
Anyway, we've talked about these degrees. What do you got here?
All right, this is an article that came out by the Bold Maven. Now you know a little bit about them,
That's right, the Bold Maven.
or
The
do you?
owner, I do, yeah. The owner
Did you
of the
send me
Bold
this?
Maven sits on the board, or is one of the professors at St. Magnus University.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What's her name? Precious or something like that. I
yeah.
forget.
Precious Jackson, I think,
Yep, Precious Jackson.
and she is like the registrar for this
That-
Saint Magnus University, but she's a marketer.
she has a
Everything
marketing
about her
firm,
marketing.
and the Bold Maven is actually just a marketing vehicle, just like rollingout.com is. There's no the content there is only there to bolster the content, the paid content, for our marketing clients, of which Rashad Richey is one of them. So here, Rashad Richey is a champion for women's rights in higher education. Well, who would have thought that?
Yeah, so the Bold Maven is committed to always standing with the allies in our community who stand with women. Popular multimedia personality and university professor Dr. Rashad Richey has been fighting for the rights of historically marginalized communities for years. Through his fearless public advocacy, hey, I'm tired of this. What's so brave? I mean, are you going into the line of gunfire or something? Right? I mean, there's you're not risking anything.
He's just
I
race
mean,
baiting on indisputable, really. I mean, how
yeah,
fearless is that? I don't know.
injustices have been exposed, families made whole. Wow, Rashad is one hell of a guy. He's making families whole again. Um, and leaders have been held accountable. Dr. Ritchie has utilized his platforms, which have over 2.5 million combined followers. No way, not even close. I don't think he has over a million to
Yeah.
bring support and awareness to issues that have impact women around the globe. He is a champion for equal pay for equal work. I haven't heard him say anything about that.
Nothing.
Expanding maternity leave under FMLA. Well, okay.
What? Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? This reminds me, you scroll up a bit. So he's claiming 2.5 million followers on social media. I can just imagine what he promises, that retired army major. He's saying, you know what, if I can just sell, if I can sell just to 10% of those people, that's 250,000 customers. We're gonna sell for $100. we're gonna be millionaires, right?
Hmm.
That's that's how he's gonna make these empty promises. Yeah, I don't know. He's got 1 million followers on Indisputable, and I highly suspect that the majority of that are purchased and fake followers.
The bold maven was surprised to hear about a small online group targeting Dr. Richie. Oh no,
That's us.
not
Hey, wait, that's us.
exactly. That's who they're talking about. Not
Uh,
for his opinion commentary, but for his academic scholarship. Dr. Richie, who also serves as managing partner for the law practice, the fairness firm in DC, okay, holds multiple advanced degrees. Notice they're not going to tell you which ones. Fights for others daily. By multiple, he's got. They can always say, "Well, he has his MBA. That's very suspicious, and he has his EDD, which I read his dissertation. It's garbage." Okay. Um, Fights for others daily, and we stand with him. I mean, really, Rashad, you have to have the bold maven stand with you on this topic. Hey, I have a better idea, Rashad. Come out with your transcripts.
yeah,
You
whatever happened to his transcript? Because
no,
I mean, if he's bought the fake degree, well, he's got the transcript.
yeah,
What
show us the transcripts.
shows the
And by the way,
transcript?
Rashad, if you have any idea of trying to fake that, forget it. I've worked in university administration. I will spot that right away. And by the way, I think that coming out with fake transcripts is probably a crime. But
It is
um,
what you know what it would like any of this is fraud if he makes money off of it. So,
yeah.
if he tells something that's not true and then, has a financial benefit, that's a crime called fraud and he can be prosecuted for that.
Mhm. His published research is cited by scholars in America and abroad. Name one.
Yeah.
I, I would like to know one scholar, I mean, a professor at a real university that has ever cited anything he's done. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, I
I
mean
have never seen it. And
the
I've
pe-
looked.
the areas that he research claims to do research in the experts in those fields, they have no idea who he is, and they,
Yeah.
yeah.
His published research is cited by scholars in America and abroad, challenging draconian policies that lead to oppressive systems. Gee, I hope they're not a big fan of Hamas.
Yeah, or the Nicaraguan government.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, pretty much all the governments where he got his degrees.
Yeah, our oppressive governments, correct. Yeah.
The bold maven received permission to republish the full investigative report. Oh no! Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot this was in here.
But you know what? We don't have the full investigative report. It's just always some summary or the other.
Yeah, yeah. And like, if you're going to want your credibility bolstered, you release the full report, right?
But you
Because
know what? I am honored and I'm humbled that Rashad Richey, went to their office and took that picture, just to disprove our assertions.
oh, right, there's proof right there. I
There's
mean,
proof right there. I'm just humbled that he did that for us. Yeah.
and by the way, this National Private Investigation and Intelligence Firm. Okay, so here's the story. Well, I'll tell you what, you tell the story a lot better than me. Where did this
Well,
come from?
oh yeah, this is Kevin Ashford, right? So Kevin Ashford is another one of Rashad's victims, I guess. A private investigator, I think a former sheriff's deputy, and so Rashad needed somebody to investigate him and make a positive finding. So he actually helped found that firm. He Back in 2022, Rashad Richey registered a website for the NPII, and so this has kind of been in the works for a while. Maybe this is another one of his empty business ideas that's not going to pan out. Um, and then he claimed that this completely independent agency is investigating me, and just turns out it's located in the same office that he is located in, same address, and a website that was registered to him.
They
So,
suck at this. They
you know,
suck at it.
it's just him. Yeah.
I mean, if
Surely,
I'm going to,
sure
yeah.
he made an empty promise to somebody so they would do some free work for him, or maybe he even paid him a few $100s for it if he was feeling generous that day. But yeah, there's no independent law firm. He controlled that 100%. He investigated himself and found himself to be completely above board.
hmm Oh, and by the way, everybody, Rashad misspells Renaissance on LinkedIn all the time. Guess who also misspells Renaissance? This National Private Investigation Intelligence firm.
Wow, they didn't just. I don't. You're not saying they copied his stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe
Yeah.
it. They would do such a thing.
Yeah. So it's just Rashad Richey, propping himself up. Same with his Bold Maven article. Bold Maven is just a website that delivers articles to prop up, Precious Jackson's customers.
A government licensed private investigation agency specializing in higher education accreditations.
They
I
have
think this is
no
the
such
only one they've ever
specialization.
done.
Yeah, is this one? Yeah,
And
and
by
of
the
course they
way,
did a terrible job. Yeah.
the job they did was, well, let me put it this way. If I gave the job to a high schooler, and I mean this seriously, if I gave the job to a high schooler, I think the high schooler would have enough moxie, enough brains to ask for transcripts instead of asking Rashad, hey, did you get a degree from there? Yes, I did. We have confirmed that Rashad Richey has, I mean, like, give me a break. We went to their webpage, and this webpage says this. Yeah, it's a diploma mill. Of course, they have a webpage that's making these claims. I mean, transcripts, man.
Yeah.
It's not hard. So
It really, I mean, yeah, if you buy a fake degree, you get a transcript, right? You should be able to
well, I mean, they'll
display
make one
that.
for you,
Yeah.
But I will, you know, that's going to be a lot harder to pull off than it looks because, you know, the transcript has to have like the credits and the actual time in which you served and all that. Hey, he's going to have a hard time with that. But whatever,
Yeah. Not gonna line up. You're right. It
it's not
might
going to
just
line
be,
up very well, but he'll
yeah, it's not
try.
gonna. So I
Let's see
think
here.
that covers what we've got on Rashad today, right?
Well, no, wait. It says here Dr. Ritchie chose not to provide a comment for this story. He
Yeah.
practically wrote the damn thing.
I know. Uh,
Okay, so and here's the report, everybody, and it is an absolute riot. It
yeah,
is
this
an
can't be the
absolute
full
riot.
report. I mean, if this is the full report, then what?
Well, I mean, let me just point out one thing. Okay,
Yeah.
it says here the university, founded in 1984, is a private brick and mortar university in Mexico. Has multiple institutional programmatic accreditations, including Trackert. Trackert says on their website that they do not accredit education institutions.
Yeah, it's the same with the
They,
California University FCC. They say, "Hey, we're accredited by California University FCC." Well, they don't accredit anybody, so
I
you
mean,
know.
in this investigative firm, these detectives couldn't go to Trackert's website and realize,
Well,
holy crap, this is a lie.
yeah, it's just a marketing article. This isn't meant to be based on the truth, Johnny Walker Dread. You're getting worked up over nothing. Uh,
Okay, let's see here.
yeah, we've gone through this, I believe, right?
Yeah, we've already gone through it. So
Yeah,
let's see if
yeah.
I have anything else lined up here. Um, oh, you know what? I'm going to have to step out for just a moment, everybody. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Talk. This is kind of an
Yeah,
emergency.
I can. Yeah. So what has Rashad Richey done? What other things have we covered? Oh yeah, one of the people that we're in contact with. Apparently, has been in contact with Rashad Richey himself. I haven't been able to get anything concrete on that, but we're working on that, and we'll see if we can sort of figure out what Rashad Richey's been claiming on in that communication. So we'll see if we can get our hands on that, and that'll be on a future episode, I guess. And this book is really intriguing. I mean, I guess I don't even remember reading that free chapter. So I'll go into that on what's it called here on Amazon. That book's on Amazon, and there's a free chapter on it. Egyptian, whatever that's called. Rashad Richey, Egyptian. Ancient Egyptian Mastery of Quantum Physics, Vibratory Frequency, and Geometric Sciences. An overview of complex scientific applications in ancient cultures. So I'm pretty sure, of course, this is going to be a bunch of nonsense. But it'll be interesting to see what he claims, because he's I guess that's another update. Rashad Richey has he's given a lecture based on this book. There's a thing on Instagram, an Instagram post with him holding that book and saying, "Hey, wonderful lecture at Clark Atlanta University." So, I'm not sure how thorough this book is and how academic. Read sample. Here we go. But I cannot imagine that, for example, a physics professor at Clark Atlanta University would have given him the time of the day on this. Wow, this is double spaced. Okay, so each page is like the length of a paragraph. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And that's why I guess it's 90 pages. Each page is just, yeah, really, truly, each page is like a paragraph. I'm looking at it right now. I can't manipulate the screen here, unfortunately, but that's what's going on with the book.
Hey, you know what? I made me
Yeah.
step in here. I'm going to have to take care of something. I think
Okay. So
we have burned up everything we were going to talk about anyway, haven't we?
yeah, we have. Yeah, and I went into the book a little bit, but we're going to cover that with the book says it's digitization. We're going to cover that next time.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
so
sorry,
I guess,
everybody, but
yeah, we're just going to end this here. And I mean, it's been over an hour anyway. We did a good run here, and we'll cover anything else in the next episode.
okay, I want to thank everybody for joining on tonight. Go to my channel, the Johnny Walker Dread Show, like and subscribe, and I would really greatly appreciate it. And next week, I'm going to be talking about probably Crystal Kaiser, another stream show that will be with probably some of my other gang from Twitter. And maybe another week from now, we'll hop back on with Rashad.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Hey, everybody, thanks again and take care.
All right. Bye.
Hey, and Chris Harding, I would appreciate it if you could send me that book. That'd be great. Okay.